Hey everyone, my name is Jamie McIntyre and I'm here to talk to you about our visual packet from the CMS Adapted Phys Ed department. I'm one of your consulting teachers, so feel free to reach out to me at any time to ask any questions. I'll have my email on the end of this video. So the first thing is, this is the big envelope you should have received last year. If you didn't, no worries, just reach out to your consulting teacher so they can send you one or bring it out to your school. It has a bunch of things on it. They're all listed, and I'm going to go through them one by one. So the first thing we're going to go over is the 4 envelopes that you're going to have in your big packet. These envelopes have been laminated, and they have numbers on them 1 through 4. So you can use them for station markers. You just put them right on top of a cone. They open up right on the bottom. Or you can use them on your cones when students are doing lap time, so they can count 1, 2, 3, 4. They know they've finished 1 lap. The next thing you have in your packet are some stop signs. So you should have 4 of these. They are also laminated. You can put them on any of your exit doors or on the stage, anything that you don't want your students getting on or going through. So these are mostly for safety, but they give them that visual rather than you just telling them, stop, please don't go outside. All right, so the next thing in your big envelope is a first then board. So it is a laminated piece of paper, and if it doesn't have Velcro on it already, try to reach out to your EC teachers and they'll give you some. So if you haven't used one before, first means the work that they're gonna do, and then they're gonna get some type of reward. So first do your lap time, and then you get some free time, like 1 minute of free time, 1 minute of dance, 1 minute of jumping on the rebounder, or they might get, 1 to 2 minutes on the iPad. We really try not to use that in the gym, but if that's the only thing that's gonna motivate your students to complete the tasks in phys ed, then I would use it. So the next thing we have is our small group adapted PE management reminders. So it's just telling you to remember that space is very important. You might need to divide the gym into 2. Having visuals, using a signal that's the same every time so the students know when to stop and when to start. Having a visual schedule for them. Communication and collaboration, so talking to your teachers, assistants, and making sure that they know what's expected of them. Differentiating instruction. All of our students are different, whether they're EC or Gen Ed, so make sure you're differentiating to their needs. And then promoting inclusion of all students through school-wide events. On the back of this, we have our sample small group adapted PE schedule. Again, this is just a sample, but it kind of walks you through what's expected in the APE class. So the first thing on top is welcome. The second thing is lap time. So you want to start your class promptly and get them moving right away. And then you have group time where they might do stretching or an obstacle course. And then the activity of practice is you're going to do some sort of game. And this is where they might be learning a new skill. It can be a Special Olympics practice, or it can be goal specific. So you can specifically focus on students' goals for that day. And then you have the closure activity, which can be a parachute game, some breathing exercises, some yoga, just to cool them down, get them focused. And then you have your exit and making sure they line up. The next thing we have is our EC assistants in PE classroom. It's their reminders. So these are reminders for your EC assistants in the classroom, and it can tell you what's expected of them too. So I would look through, find out what's expected of them, and then if you're having any difficulty, if the EC assistants don't know what to do, maybe the teacher doesn't know what to tell them to do, just hand this to the EC teacher or to the assistants and let them know, listen, this is what's expected of you in class, and I would really appreciate your help so we can make sure it's successful for every student. All right, and one other thing that you have in your packet is our picture symbols. This connects right to your lanyard, or if you have a wrist one, you can put it on there, easy access, because you might need them. So you might want hands down, or it's time to be quiet and listen. Sometimes students use this to communicate to you. They might grab your lanyard and tell you they need more of whatever it is. It's a way for them to communicate if they can't verbally communicate to you. Saying good job and giving them that visual too, not just that verbal communication. And then waiting, all done, bathroom, stand. So if you have students sitting on the ground or sitting and you want them to stand up to start an activity, you have stand, work, it is time to work, stop, and sit down. And the last one I think is line up. So you can use that at the end of your class. Okay, the last thing in your big envelope should be this checklist for APE reminders for you. It's about the structure of class, the physical structure, the visuals that are used, the communication strategies that are used, the teaching strategies, and it also has a column on data collection. So it just tells you kind of what most APE classes have and involve, and so you can know if you're addressing all of these concerns. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching our video on how to utilize your visuals. Right now, you're just looking at 3 bit.lys. The first one that brings you right to our CMS AP website, which has a ton of great resources. The second one brings you straight to the AP visuals, which is what we showed you today, and even some additional visuals. And then the third one is for EC visuals in general. So if you're looking for something that's not as specific to AP, feel free to look through there. And this last slide is our contact information for the CMS APE department. If you don't know who your consult is, feel free to email any one of us and we'll be able to direct you to the appropriate person. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helps you in your classes.